This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Well, since the election, we've all heard from Donald Trump supporters and surrogates alike to get over it, that he's all our president now, and that he deserves our respect. I will never forget the racism-rooted birther issue that he perpetuated for almost a decade against my country's first black president. It is preposterous for this man to demand we work with him to further his divisive agenda. So listen up, Donald. You're more delusional than I thought if you believe we will work with you to remove civil rights from anyone, to build a wall, to demonize immigrants, to persecute Muslims, to create a religious test for entry into our country. And we certainly won't work with you to welcome with open arms Nazis, the Ku Klux Klan, or any other group of white supremacists. Don't look to us for assistance in normalizing your hate. We will not work with you to lower taxes on your billionaire buddies. We will not work with you to reward those who funnel hundreds of millions of dollars into our political process, or to increase taxes on the middle class and poor. We won't work with you to destroy the social safety net for those people who are in most desperate need of it. We will not work with you to hide the truth about scientific research of any kind, not about the climate, the environment, or vaccines. We will not work with you or your EPA administrator to endanger our planet by rolling back environmental protection. We will not work with you to sell off American lands to the highest bidding polluters. We're not going to work with you to build oil pipelines across the reaches of our nation, endangering precious water supplies. We will not work with you to increase a military budget that is already larger than almost the next 8 top countries combined. We will not work with you to increase the number of nations that have nuclear weapons, to threaten or alienate our allies, to destabilize the peace in Europe and around the world in part provided by NATO, to give thug and murderer Vladimir Putin a pass so he will protect whatever secrets of yours he's hiding, to normalize tyranny, to violate the Geneva Convention by bringing back torture, or a hell of a lot more than torture, as you say. And we will not work with you to steal the oil of any nation. We will not work with you to repeal the Affordable Care Act and rob 20 million Americans of health insurance. We will not work with you ever to deny health care to people who need it, to criminalize abortion or restrict health care for women, to defund organizations that provide critical, low and no-cost health care to our most desperately needy. You know what we will do, though, Donald? We will resist and rebel against your agenda of hate and fear. We will mobilize an army of resistors to join us in taking our country back from you and your kind. And we will never stop denying you legitimacy.